Boop. Boop.
Don't do that.
Boop.
Stop.
Boop.
You guys need to stop.
Flop. Bop.
Did he just get on the roof?
Yeah, dude's like fucking spider monkeying. He's doing
Damn,
what I
he
do.
had so much
That's my
movement to be
job.
able to do that. That's crazy.
I would have him jump off, but he doesn't have the movement for it.
Good.
1, 2, 3 enemies attacking the nameless one. 2 of those will hit with no contest. The other one has, if I remember correctly, 1 disadvantage and 2 negative modifiers.
Yep, that's correct.
So we have 1 cleave coming your way. This is the initial. That modifier is gone. That disadvantage hits. That is a 1 plus 1 per ally near you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Does a 5 hit your AL?
Oh, just barely.
All right, so this will strike you alongside 1 and 2 different attacks. So that will strike, and then a group cleave will go through with no contest from the other 2. So we have 5 physical damage that is coming your way. If an ally is close to you, consume 20 stamina, so that shall decrease. Whoa. Okay, so you'll be getting 10 damage coming from these nerds, and then 5 damage that is coming towards you. All of these will indeed strike you for 15 physical damage.
Jesus.
In total.
All right.
In total.
Okay.
Well, fuck having temporary health points then. Those are basically all gone. Thanks, man.
Well, what did you expect? You came up to the front line.
See an organization of people like litanying calls, kind of like if you have like a military line, you have select forms of leaders that are put above the group to echo commands. People from all over begin to move and unify. They do not know what is ahead, but they know that someone is over there. One of these archers does slide down from one of the scaffolds and then runs behind this group. The other one follows the same, while the other stays right over here. This guy leaps off the building and then cracks his neck upon the ground before twitching it back into place and moving down this way.
I think gravity's not a mortal means. I think he should die by that. Wow.
All of these people will not see you, Esna. Especially because there's a gigantic negative modifier for them as well. They're all facing this way. It is now your guys' turn.
Josh, you want to do something first? Or you want me to kill people?
I could do a couple things. So I'm gonna go ahead and this guy's within 5 feet of me, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna bite him.
Okay.
Right. And that's a dex contest with an extra modifier.
Oh my god.
That is a critical fail.
What?
So that is a critical fail. You bite forward, your head dodges past him. He does kind of sweep to the side, his body curving with another strike, brandishing a hit that will strike you with no contest.
No, we're using charm dice.
Okay.
You will succeed critically. Double your damage and hit with no contest.
So it's gonna be 10 damage. It's gonna be 2 piercing, and then it's gonna be 8 life siphon.
Okay. You find that his body begins to wither. You see him, he's already kind of pale, but his body does become less flushed with any signifying forms of redness. He is still alive, but barely.
Dang, dude.
Okay, and then person over here, I'm gonna open my book and show it to him.
Yeah, you will fail this for goddamn sure. His mind does, so he does fail. On top of this, you see sanity begin to leach from his mind, his hands clutching and peeling at his flesh, his eyes beginning to melt from his sockets as he collapses to the floor dead. You have given him an aneurysm. And beyond that,
So that was a main attack action and then a free action. So if I want to use my reaction and my secondary action, then I can't use another real attack if I want to keep them debuffed. So yeah, we're just gonna keep the debuffs rolling. We'll do Cosmic Joke in Passage 2 again.
Bellows heard from around, corruption within the air.
Stop screaming!
Yeah, that is right. You're just hysterically crying and laughing.
Stop screaming everywhere! I'm right next to you.
Not only that, but my eyes are like rotating in like random directions as
You're
well.
creeping me out. Stop it. We're in the middle of a fight. I need you to stop. Oh my god. Cool. So that guy's dead in front of you. Cool, right?
Should be. Definitely seems like it.
Okay. I'm gonna stab the man in front of me.
Let me tell you, he fucking dies. How would you like to do it?
Real easily. Reverse script my daggers and just slice his throat. Which, at the same time, pull something out of his guts. Much RD4. No,
There is
44.
no
My bad.
guts,
Sorry, it's a 44. RD4.
Roll 3 more. Do you find... You take your blade out and then slash against the chest, his organs spilling forth. Within the glimmer, as the light kind of scatters, this moonlight revealing this golden form, which is now just laced within the organs, you have 2 crown.
Yes! 2 more crown! For everybody wondering what's going on with this class, it's basically the hoarding gold if you kill people. Not the class, but the origin. The origin, Gravedigger, basically allows you to take crown from people if you kill them if you roll good enough.
There's a cursed object called the Covetous Locket, which has the strange effect of revealing gold in the strangest of places as you get to grave rob people.
And then I'm gonna stab this guy with my secondary dagger.
He
Which
cannot stop you.
Flesh pockets are not that crazy. That guy had one.
You're right, my bad. The dagger just hits. So 4 damage in total, or 10 damage in total. Are you playing right now, Wyatt?
+2.
2 bypass, so 12
Another
damage.
12 damage heading out.
Yeah, cool. Also, real quick, Ty, blood money. Do I get any money?
You get 1 crown.
Yes!
He pulls out his fucking mouth.
I'm gonna have so much crown if I keep killing people.
Oh my god!
Then that's my turn.
You're a rich bitch. You can finally get more food.
I have 10 crown just naturally from killing people and just from the origin stuff time.
It's obscene.
Plus all the extra from the one shots that we've done.
We currently have a musician and a deer that is currently crouched in the grass.
What you guys
I can still
doing?
move, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be following behind.
Oh, cool.
Oh wait, no, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna move right. No, because I'm just gonna stay put. I wanted to debuff in front of him, but...
Can I see what kind of state the nameless one is in?
Charm proficiency. You will automatically succeed. You can
I can see the world.
There's a lot of bullshit around here.
Also,
I'm not sure that's how that song goes.
while I'm looking at everything with my beautiful elven eyes, tell me who's giving commands.
Elven? You're an elf?
Currently, from what it seems, these 2 archers are the main ones giving command. They're at an elevated position above the chaos, and they're directing the flow of most things that are going on. And after they give a command, things are echoed within the chaos. Though it does seem that some people, when linked, like if this person sees something that this guy doesn't, he will inform his friend. So people are within their immediate area kind of gaining some influence, but wider battle tactics are being given out by the overseers.
Damn.
Okay. All right. So, third question. Does my manuscript have an area of effect, or is it just direct?
So it is just direct. So the version that you have is called Of Celestial Bodies. You form 3 spheres that you may throw out and direct towards the creatures of your choice. Each one does, what is it, 60 damage, or is it 20 damage? 20 damage making up 60, so you have 20 damage per orb. Holy damage, I believe, that you're sending out, and these home onto enemies.
Okay, and it's 20 Aether, correct?
Yes, 20 Aether for the whole entire thing, which is reduced by...
I think it's 19?
Yeah, I think you're only spending 1 Aether to cast
I'm only
it.
spending 1 Aether, so, okay.
When it says 5x5 though, is it 5 foot?
So-
by 5 foot?
Yeah, 5 foot.
Yeah, 5 foot by 5 foot.
How far can I send these orbs?
You can send it out, 5... Yeah, 5 foot by 5 foot. It is a little bit of an area of an effect, actually.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It
Bye.
target one enemy anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, alright. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit the manuscript. So what I'm gonna do is not give away my spot. I'm just gonna teleport my fancy ass right here. Start reading the manuscript. And
Fuck, it's just like everyone's looking at you.
I teleport right there with my clean, white, pristine clothes that have no reason to be that clean, and my antlers going around my halo, and I will send 2 orbs to the 2 commanding people, and the last one, might as well just go ahead and say...
You get the same person twice.
Are you getting a third archer?
Yeah, I'll just hit an archer. I'll hit one of these. That poor motherfucker.
Wow.
And then once that's done, I'm moving again.
They're so fancy. Oh my god. What are they doing?
Unleash holy eminencies made manifest, and you take down these archers as they burn. Hold on, let me also take
And
them
then
out.
I'm
Upon
immediately,
arrival.
Oh.
I'm immediately going around the tree again, and that's fine.
Where the fuck did you go? It's just like,
Where'd that fancy ass go?
there's
They were so beautiful. Where'd they go? Go ahead.
in the moment that you did arrive, beside you, you saw all the men that you saw when you actually warded off the mob. All of them are located in a pile up here. You can't see all of them, but there's a lot of bodies that you did recognize. The person here is a corpse that you're not sure if he's still alive or dead. What you do know is that he's missing his legs and he has his eyes gouged out. But he is the leader that you spoke to of the retinue that talked to you the last time that you were.
Wow.
There's nothing. I can't spare anything for it. Well, actually, it's free for me to heal, so maybe I'll do that next round. But he might just bleed out anyway, so we'll
He might just
see.
be dead already. We don't know that.
Could just literally be dead already. Who's to say?
Real quick, I'm gonna intimidate.
Oh.
Oh yeah, 1 Aether, boys.
Do you succeed with no contest charm proficiency?
Yeah, I have charm proficiency of 10 intimidate.
Great. All right. All of them have disadvantages. Enemies will attempt to come close. This bitch is going to jump off the building and try to land atop of you. I'm gonna put him right here, but that's what he's doing.
So, yeah.
He's 10 feet up, but he's jumping off. So by the time that he's close,
1,
5,
2,
10, 2, 3, 4,
near 10 feet.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Nearest 10 feet from what I
9.
understand, and then
Yep.
close is 5 feet, and then around is 3,
Around.
right?
around 60.
60. Oh, 60?
He'll jump down. Well, now we'll count this guy as. I'm gonna do this.
Don't worry about keeping him on there for too long.
Okay, fair enough. So he is going to strike you. 5 damage, slashing across.
Okay, he takes 10.
Oh, all right.
God. Oh.
You're fucking.
Actually, before he hits me, I'm going to reaction counter catch sting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 disadvantages. So he has all odd. That is a crit fail. That is a crit fail.
So the damage still goes through to me, but like I'll take half damage. So he'll get hit by my rat cloak, but I get a main attack action to hit the guy in front of me.
Fuck.
So I'm going to hit the guy in front of me with my dagger.
I will count this as a critical hit, as he critically fumbled.
Okay. So the man jumping on me is dead. I'll take half damage of 5. Are we doing it 3 or 2?
We'll scale up since it's a light tail.
So 2 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take no damage because of physical immunity.
No. We'll scale down. If it's the enemy striking you and the damage is being minimized, then it'll be the lower one.
So 2 damage. So I'll take no damage because of the physical immunity from being a human. And I will kill the guy in front of me with a dagger stab that is critically hitting.
God damn. All right.
Cool. So that is another guy. Oh, and then also slash or 44. I don't get any money from him. Damn. Damn it. That's upsetting.
Yeah.
That guy's on the ground now, just for my next turn. So leave him there, and the guy just
Oh yeah.
move him there.
For sure.
Leave the guy underneath this guy. I'm just gonna need him.
I'm giving my good friend Boris a buffet, okay?
What is that? That's like.
Fucking God.
Is that 120 temporary health or something?
I'll wait for this. Just to clean up the map, we can do that. I got 6 into a calculator, but I'll do it at the end of our.
Hey, dude, a portable vacuum cleaner?
Yes,
making my life easier.
Cleaner. I'm assuming Warren's going to make more, so I'm going to.
I mean, it's a good assumption.
In the order of operations, I just want to clean up what we already had.
We have a Roomba of the party.
Yeah.
A fleshy Roomba that gets some power.
I'm getting so much adrenaline that I cannot use.
I am still.
I am as well, but I'm going to use it.
So Ty, how's everyone's health doing? Can you tell me with
very fucking good. I'd say why it was in critical conditions. I know that they have deep wounds.
They have 105 HP, basically.
Yeah, like they're fucking fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're right. My bad.
So Nameless One? How's Nameless One?
Nameless One's looking okay. I didn't actually update my health, I don't think. Let me. Oh no, I updated it. All right. I'm doing.
Okay, cool. And then.
Do you want to know exact number? Can I tell exact numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has no contest on cure as a vicar. I give it to her.
51 out of 65 with 5 temporary health points. So. Not
Okay.
pretty good.
And then Warren too.
I'm at 50 HP out of 70 with 20 temporary.
Okay, yeah, so literally, like you said. All right. So, go ahead and just... Here, do this. I'm gonna just casually teleport right here and hit this dude.
Would you like to slap him in any specific way? Just bop him?
Oh. No, well, since I'll be teleporting, you can say I fell from like 10 feet above him and I did a little kick flip and My sword went right.
I did the most acrobatic gymnastics you've ever seen.
You have no contest on your strike. Your holy damage will obliterate him.
And then around the tree again.
Back to my place and home. If everyone's okay with it, I'm gonna stab 2 more guys.
Hell yeah.
I'm not okay with it.
Okay, I won't do that then. I'll stab only 1 guy. But
It depends on who the 2 are, though. Actually, can I just attack the 2 guys that I'm intending on attacking real quick?
yeah, go ahead. You do that. I got movement.
All right. This guy is gonna see my glyph. He's gonna have a fun time seeing the void.
I'd roll a sanity contest, but considering everything, he just kind of dies.
The tie. Maybe he succeeds. We don't know.
They're fucking up.
If he succeeds, there's still a forced sanity contest. Josh has a special ability called Mind Rotter, where as long as he forces a sanity contest, mind damage compounds the brain. So he does about enough damage to almost kill somebody, but because if you deal more than 50% of the health of an enemy, then you gain an aneurysm and your health drops to 0. So he's really hurting people, and then their brain just fucking explodes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I forgot something, by the way.
Yeah.
The guy that I hit with my sensor, his health is going straight to Warren.
Oh! So how much does it take?
Shit! It's half of your it's half of your damage converted into holy, which is then converted into healing.
Does that include the 2 bypass?
That does not. Well, that does. So 1 would be added on top of that. Yeah, because it's your total physical damage, or it's your total damage that you're doing, half that, and then you can spread those points out as you wish.
So 4 heal helped me. Cool.
Yeah. I know it's not much, but it's a little bit.
It got me above a weak threshold again. It got me above a weak threshold again.
And my manuscript does not do that, so those 3 that died up there, they don't count anyway, so I'm good.
Okay. Now,
That's better.
Ty, we can use adrenaline as stamina, right?
You can.
Okay.
I hope so. I have it.
Really quick, I am gonna bite this fucker.
Where?
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna retrieve bite.
Okay.
Well, fuck. All right. So that's 1, and then I need to roll another /R1d4. I'm gonna assume that a 2 is not gonna hit his ale.
This will not strike him, unfortunately.
Damn it! What a nightmare. Yeah. Okay. So bite whiffs, unfortunately, but hold on a second. I'm trying to make a decision on whether to keep the debuffs up or to actually, we're gonna drop Cosmic Joke. We're gonna maintain the -2 modifier with Passage 2, and we're just gonna mark this guy with a book.
You'll dissolve his mind.
Oh my god, he's gone.
Well, so I'm assuming that Wyatt's cleaning up. So I wiped
He
him off.
disappeared.
A skeleton remains.
Our party fucking Roomba.
Yeah.
Roomba.
I'm going to attack this man with a dagger. Hacha! Damn, that's a crit fail.
Is it actually? It is actually. Holy fuck. Okay. I am going to give him a no contest.
You have a reroll on a
rejoinder.
contest from the food that I gave you, if you remember correctly.
That is true. Would you like to use it?
No, my flourish only lets me reroll modifiers, right?
All right.
I can't make that.
This is going
That's
to
a
strike
critical.
you with no contest at double the damage. 10 physical damage will strike you.
And he dies.
He will indeed be ripped asunder by your coat.
Okay, so 10 physical damage. So that's gonna do 8.
I'll half that.
No, that only did 4.
It should half the incoming damage, and then if it's 10, it'll go down to 5, and then whatever your reduction is. I would think.
Oh.
Ties
So
that
Which is 2. Yeah, so he has 3. Yeah.
I take 3 damage. Nice. Okay, and then I'll attack this guy with my secondary action,
Right.
which should
Yes.
automatically hit because
Should automatically kill him, I believe.
second strike. So 7 plus the 2 bypass, so 9.
This will indeed kill.
And then no money. Damn.
Critical failure. Oh, no,
No money again.
That gives me a
Critical
cool
fails, you
10
get money
corpus.
taken from you for search.
Don't do that.
Your money advantage. Well, he's rolling 1d4 each time, technically. But,
I'm running 44.
yeah.
But, so there's that.
It is a marvel how you haven't fucking gotten a lot of goddamn gold. I'm not gonna lie. Or got a
What are
goddamn
you talking
crown.
about? I've gotten 10.
There's been multiple just crit fails. That's insane.
I've gotten, in this battle alone, Ty, I have gotten 6.
Well, with
Over
that,
half my amount of kills.
go back to the enemy. You see these people begin to step back ever so slowly.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Where are you going?
Just to put it in here, I just gained 200 adrenaline.
That's so much stamina.
I love a mob slosh.
This is horrifying because like this is actually starting to show just a little bit how we can utilize our skills in a team and like actually be a little bit broken when grouped up together. It's
And remove a population of a city.
no, these people weren't supposed to be here. This is the population that's not supposed to be here.
Well, not this city. Another city.
Oh.
A city that we're diametrically opposed to.
I don't know how I feel about what you just said. Why it's like I'm going down the terrorism tech tree.
They killed we. Show
They
me
might have
their
killed-
hovels.
They might have killed the little girl. We don't know. We haven't seen her yet.
This guy will catch on fire slightly
Whoa!
and then yell in pain.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
question.
not.
Where the
Is that mortal means?
Did he just combust?
He ran through fire.
It is now your guys' turn.
Okay. I don't like that they're all coming together. It's rude.
honestly, I need to wait for Jacob to move this time around before I can do anything, I think.
Okay. So, movement. I'll do that real quick. I'll do it right here. Hi. I'll stab this guy. That's a crit.
Fuck. Oh, wow, okay. You unleash a slash? Needless. You probably don't even recognize your own power, considering that there's only chunks of flesh that now remain, blood coating the wall behind him.
He was just weak.
It was just weak.
And then is there money on him?
There is 2 crown upon his body. Yes.
Fucking God!
Awesome, cool. I stabbed the guy next to him right here. Or I stabbed the guy next to me right here. My secondary action that just hits. So it hits and 10 damage in total from the bypass.
Let's see if you get any
And
money.
then, did I get any money?
You get, what is it? You have to roll a 4? Is it just, yeah, I think it's a 4, yeah. You get another, you get another crown. You get another
Awesome.
crown.
That's
Get
great.
another
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back.
Following Warren's example, I'm going to magically appear out of the Fey realms here and nuke this guy with the sensor.
This dude gets fucking decimated. Well, actually, let me put an X over him since Wyatt is not There.
He's not over there yet. Yep.
I'll get to him later.
And I will once again
Finish
hide.
your food, Boris.
Yeah, Wyatt, you gotta finish all your vegetables, all right, before you go to bed.
These are not vegetables.
After getting brained
They're
with a
vegetables
sensor,
after
yeah, he
what
is a
I've been
vegetable.
doing.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
A complete meal of meat and veggies.
His health goes to Nameless One.
Transference does hit you. You see ambient blood lace upon your form and soak within your skin.
How much healing do I get?
4 health.
All right. Oh man, I'm doing good. Thank you.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna move up here, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my glyph on this guy.
Is that a guy right there? Oh, it is a guy right there.
Yeah, there's a guy right there.
He's kind of blended in with the bodies.
So he will see my glyph as I force it into his face, and then as that's gonna be my main, and then my free action is gonna be showing my book to this fucker right here, and then I'm gonna move back behind Warren.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. And with that, I do believe it enters back to the enemy's turn.
Yep.
A joyous laughter does indeed emerge.
I hate that guy just moved. I don't like that.
We're all moving.
Is this where they start like linking arms and become like a meat mech?
No,
I'm gonna say kumbaya.
Centipede.
Kumbaya, my lord.
Funny that you mentioned that, Wyatt. It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. There.
Shut up.
From the top rung, Esna, you do not see him because there's a house in the way. From the top rung, you notice that this group of individuals does indeed link up. A lot of them laughing, a lot of them sniveling, a lot of them excited. A large figure looming over, towering probably 2-3 feet over them, does indeed appear walking from the north. And as he arrives, he begins to part through people, weighing around them. He sends a look in your guys' general direction, and then he brandishes a blade,
Okay.
and then he begins to kill his own men.
You fuck.
The Nameless One is gonna tap fucking Warren's
How's he
shoulder.
doing? How's he doing that many attacks?
It is now your guys' turn.
How's he doing all those attacks?
The Nameless One is gonna tap Warren's shoulder.
Oh yeah, to answer the question, main action, secondary action, reaction.
He has one blade?
He has a blade.
Interesting.
Well, like, you guys can gain access to secondary attacks and reactions with your weapons. You have to unlock weapon arts and whatnot to do so, but natively, most of you guys are familiar with main actions. Very rarely will you ever gain secondaries.
I have a lovely question for you, Ty. Mm-hmm. Is this the guy that attacked us out of the blue the one time?
Which dude? There's been a couple times.
The one outside of the graveyard?
Yeah, the one outside of Warren's house, or the one house behind.
The black sheep guy, the one who hunts?
Yeah, the black sheep guy. Is that the black sheep guy?
No, it does not seem like it. Though his presence is a little bit menacing. Does not seem like him.
Oh, then can I roll, I guess, a discernment on this person?
What do you want to find out?
I would like to as well.
You both have charm proficiency with perception. Well, do you both have at least one modifier in perception? I think Esna does, maybe, but
I should. I would go without.
Let me look.
So the way charm proficiency works generally, if you're rolling 10 dice and at least have one modifier of the aptitude that you're trying to use, then it will automatically succeed. But you have to have at least one modifier from that thing.
Yeah, okay, so I have charm proficiency in discernment, not in perception.
You can't have charm proficiency in discernment itself. If paired with like perception, which is an aptitude, then you can spot things with no contest. If paired with identify, then you can identify with no contest. If you're using politics to talk to somebody, then you can no contest succeed on certain interactions.
Okay.
But like, if you discernment core attributes do not get charm proficiency.
Okay, they just get special abilities when you reach 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why weapon attacks succeed automatically is because you adding your chance to hit as a weapon proficiency is triggering charm proficiency.
Okay. So like I would have
Yes,
I would have charm proficiency in cure, but not.
Yep.
Okay.
I have 2 in perception.
Very, very well. You can what do you want to see about him?
How many questions can I ask?
A reasonable amount. I mean, like, I can't give you, like, you can have perception, but, like, you can't necessarily know the history of something.
What's the diameter of that bicep? It's fucking.
Like 7 fucking.
What's his workout routine?
We'll add that into one of my things for my roll.
50-inch circumference.
What's the number of his personal trainer?
Can I? Could I possibly discern weaknesses from where I can see?
So that would be
know.
an identify.
Okay. I do have 2 in identify.
Right. What would you like to know?
Weaknesses.
Got a bum leg.
You will be able to surmise these are creatures of unholy origin, especially with the knowledge that you know of the nature of like Dark Knight's myths about the black sheep that you've come to recently know. These guys are weak to holy. They're weak to mostly holy, almost nothing else. Let me open up this guy specifically. You do already know that they cannot die unless the weapon that is used against them is not of holy creation. But where's this fucker? GM notes.
If we're
What about
using
this?
identify, I do have charm proficiency in identify, I think. Wait, no, you said because it needs a modifier in identify, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You need to have
never
a
mind.
10 in that modifier. Or not, you need to have a 10 in that.
No, you need to
If
have
it ever gets below, yeah, you have to have a total of 10 dice, and you have to have at least one modifier within the aptitude that you're
so
rolling
since
for.
discernment goes into identify, my discernment counts for the 10 dice, right? And then I need one identify modifier, so I don't have that.
So, what I will give you is that, because you saw the battle that happened, I'm going to allow you to also recollect this information. You know that these creatures are probably immune to insanity. Something known as hysteria they are immune to. There's probably some other things that you're not necessarily sure of because you haven't seen anything of it yet. Asphyxiation is something that's on the tip of your tongue. They're probably immune to unholy. They seem to be weak to your guys' attack, so whether that is from wayfarers themselves or something else, who's to say, they seem to be weak to holy.
Don't believe I have any more questions, so I'm just gonna have Esna say out loud, if he's killing his own men, there's a chance his weapon is wholly imbued.
Okay. Everybody stay here for a second. I'm gonna do something kind of stupid, maybe. I'm
You
gonna
have 60 feet of movement?
with Wyatt. I have 65, I think.
Holy fuck, that's right.
Oh god, I have
what are you
80
doing?
feet of movement.
Don't worry,
What are you
I'll be
doing?
okay. And I'm going to break a finger of sin.
Wait, what?
I'm going to break a finger of sin, Ty.
Weight of the hand. Wait.
Is this gonna be Warren's moment?
Can you describe to me what that does again? Right?
Yeah, bleeding hand. 6 uses of a hand that when breaking a finger roll a 1d10 that will summon heads to scream and deal 20 bleed damage to all creatures in a 60-foot radius.
Wait. Holy fuck.
So Esma moving there right away helped out. I was gonna tell her to move there, but I don't need to this
Holy
time.
fuck! Wait, hold on. That's the whole
Everybody.
battlefield.
Yeah, Ty, that's everybody.
Oh god. So everybody else is fucked.
Okay. So there is a cacophonous scream. You break one of the fingers. Heads begin to grow from your neck, protruding outwards.
We need to see how many.
That is true.
Except
Does it amplify with an amount of damage per?
Yes, 4 heads. It's 20 damage per head.
Holy fuck.
Oh no.
So 40 bleed damage to everybody in a 60-foot radius. Or 80, sorry. Yeah, 80 bleed damage to everybody in a 60-foot radius.
The fluid within every single creature begins to exude. There is, from the top of buildings, just a rain of blood. The whole entire battlefield is red. And I'll get to the others later, but when it comes to this guy fucking here, how much damage did it do?
80 bleed.
He turns around and looks at you as you dash past him, his eyes in horror. He sees multitudinous heads breaching from your form, screaming towards the heavens, the sky being rended apart. There is a pressure radiating from you, a force which is knocking people back. His body begins to wither. You see from every single orifice that he has to offer a spewing of blood.
You know the madness screams in Elden Ring where you grab your head and just scream to the heavens?
Oh yeah, severe.
So Warren breaks the finger of the bleeding hand, and as soon as he does, 3 more of his own head pop up on his neck, and he just screams out in pure anguish, blowing past a force that opens up the pores of everybody in his 60-foot radius, excluding or exhuming blood out of their entire body.
Holy shit!
Oh, this poor guy.
And then the heads fall away. They go back into his body. It almost looks like the cloak of the Rat King made the heads out of the hands or whatever, and it comes back and fucking Warren falls not over, but he bends himself in half, just catching his breath, because just shit.
I guess
that sucked. Fuck. And then he'll look back to the other guy. Because what is the breaking a finger of sin? What is that? Is that a free action, main action?
I believe it's a free action, or it's a reaction.
Okay. Cool. I don't have enough space movement, but I'm going to look at him, point at him, and try to intimidate him as well.
I will give you an automatic success on that.
Cool.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Barely.
gonna be alive for long. I'm gonna get to him here in a second.
Can I?
You guys are probably gonna blow past the end range.
Warren, can you? Do you have any more movement?
I have 5 feet of movement left.
Fucking.
Oh, Ty, this
back.
guy should also die. Oh, step back?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll step back 1 more space.
And this guy.
Yep.
And
Why is it about to do something crazy, it looks like? Wait a minute.
Just disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
oh no, are you gonna make him shit?
Boris is gonna run up here and say, as he's running past you both, he'll say, "Wait 1 moment," and he'll run up here and just screech a brown note in this right behind this guy.
Oh my god, that's so rude!
And as soon as the note's out of the violin, I'm going to Wayfair arm right?
Teleporting yourself away.
There you go.
You rush in. The brown note goes out. You see him wait, how much? He doesn't die from shitting.
Oh, fuck.
But
Die from shitting,
he
but he slips.
begins to shit, and then you reach outwards with a tendril linking onto a nearby jumping point and jump to a particle, teleporting away.
And
He's now coated in blood and shit.
He has to roll
all of
a
this
dex, if I
dirt.
remember correctly, because he has
If
to.
he tries to move, I think he could slip on his own fecal matter.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna move up next. And
Seeing all of this occur, Esna is just gonna like stand up a little straighter, like not be in combat mode, and go, "Well, by the creator," and then look to the nameless one and gesture towards the guy, like, "Go ahead."
Yeah, go ahead.
the nameless one will smile and then just give kind of like a half salute, like with two fingers, and just kind of like wink a little bit, and then run towards the guy. And he's gonna be exposed to both my book and my glyph with a disadvantage and a -2 modifier.
You will not give him an aneurysm, but will you describe for me how you rot this man's mind?
I'm assuming, so I'm gonna pull out my book first, and I'm just gonna kind of lift his head a little bit, like, you know, and I'm just gonna like show him my book, and I'm gonna present it, right? And then I'm gonna close that, and then I'm gonna unwrap my glyph slowly and present it in front of him. As he is seeing horrors, I'm gonna relish in his screams of seeing beyond the void into the darkness, and I'm just going to lift my head up and laugh one more time with a cosmic joke.
You will collapse atop the floor. Oh my god. Okay, so there was supposed to be a merging of a lot of corpses into an amalgam called the Amalgam of Roth.
No.
It had phases, it had everything. You guys blew past that shit.
So
I know these guys.
I do get to roll blood money on all these people.
I do know these guys can like revive under certain circumstances, and as soon as this guy's dead, I'm just gonna start hoovering bodies.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
I'm gonna
18, 19, 20.
I will say,
right?
if it's temporary health, it cannot exceed your actual health limit.
2, 3,
But
4.
you will hoover all
Yeah, well,
of
I
these
can't get
bodies.
above 100 health for.
Can we put a Chewbacca
Combat.
on top of him and call him Chewbacca?
40, 41, 42. Can I roll 42 blood money?
You very well may roll 42 blood money. So 120.
68? 168?
168.
Yeah, 168 D4
Okay.
is what you're rolling.
Cool.
So everyone's dead, right?
Yes, combat has concluded.
Esna's gonna stop by the legless, eyeless body and call to the other ones and say, "Remember, I only have a couple more hours of imbued sensor left. We need to get moving to the next task." And then, and then I'll look at the corpse.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Is the guard still alive?
The guard is wow. Okay, how much do you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 35, 34,
It pays to honor the dead.
45, 46.
Mother Litica, take me.
Is that 49? Did I get that right?
I have 49.
What the fuck?
You have 49 crown now.
Can I flavor it for you, Warren?
What's up?
Can I flavor it for you?
More
Yeah,
power
sure.
to both of you.
As I'm hoovering the bodies, I'm just finding coins, and I've got a little flesh spout that comes out the top of the bush. And as I find the coins, I'm just like tossing them at him through the flesh spout.
Thank you.
It's like shooting out like a Pez dispenser.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Like a pea shooter from that one zombie game that's legally diverse from the other one.
The pea shooter, yeah, the actual pea shooter, yes.
The legally diverse
Plants vs.
pea shooter.
Something.
Yeah.
So I'm at 63 crown.
Wow.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry. 64. Plus the 37 from the one shot.
Esna's gonna look over at you while you're gathering the crown and kind of give you a knowing smirk and say, "Hey Warren, aren't you behind on the taxes from the church?"
Shit, you're right. How much is it? How far am I behind?
Esna just smiles at you and says, "Don't worry about it. That is more so teasing."
Okay. Here, let me. I'm gonna do a mass prayer to look.
Oh no.
Also, before the nameless one leaves the location of the guy that just died, that they just sent to the nether realm or the shadow realm. One last thing needs to go out.
These fuckers aren't going anywhere, and this is something that you very quickly realize as you.
Yeah.
They are beyond Litica's reach.
Litica first of all, doesn't like
them at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Litica is mostly partial. She'll claim murderers and everybody. Well, if Atari don't get them first, they can be destined for the shelter of hell. But
I'm still gonna disrespect this guy, whether or not he's going somewhere or not. So there is a phrase that, as they did die, the nameless one is going to whisper into their ear, "Fshvi loheha," which is translation fucker for Vernerish, which is the bloodkin, right?
yeah. Yes, indeed. Leni Berodo de Hitfa, because you have done a great task. Eshvilohe, indeed. There is nothing but fields of rot, which are then cleaned by Quiet, and then the gold dispensed like a Pez dispenser.
Mario, you hit the block.
What I will say is that Wyatt, you gaze up at the sky. The area around you begins to grow less gray and pallor. A form of color begins to slightly restore itself. Every single death that did indeed come, especially the immediate destruction of a mass amount of forces, it looks very quite similar to how it was the first time that you gained this ability within the graveyard. You gaze up, this massive orb which is beginning to slowly shrink in size, the tethers linking onto wayward souls beginning to detach. There are souls ambiently floating before falling. Those of the few souls that you see that are kind of leaking outside of the orb, almost being dragged completely in, fully get sucked in. This blackened mass which eventually shrinks into nothing before banishing itself from reality. You see these ambient souls begin to scatter around the town, a cacophony of wails, a spiritual pressure unlike any other. To anyone else, they see nothing. But for you, you see a reddening, a mass reddening. It's not every single soul that you see, but there's many of them which begin to shift into reddish, purplish forms of magenta and scarlet. These begin to kind of volatilely shift, as it were, them moving around, some of them appearing to shiver. As for some of them, they seem to stably drift down. As you will move throughout the town, over the course of like the next hour, you'll begin to see more and more of these things propagate. Only you will be able to see and potentially interact with them. What can I say? For all intents and purposes, they are almost like a standard NPC, except for the ones that are a little bit more insane than others. But for the most part, they are ambient forms of engrams which are drifting within the town now. If you describe this to Warren, you are very familiar with ghasts, you're very familiar with undead. The reason as to why you don't want a lot of undead or a lot of corpses around is specifically for this reason, as described before. Souls like these, especially the volatile red ones that you don't necessarily know about, but the happenings upon the coil, these spirits sometimes invade and transmute corpses into walking fiends. Some of these spirits can go insane. There's legends about a lot of ghosts and gas and wraiths and a bunch of other stuff manifesting from spirits that have not found rest. It's only a matter of time before all of these things eventually go volatile.
Okay.
They have been killed by these members of the Black Sheep, and from what you have seen, the things that aren't really necessarily able to be guided to the realm of Litica. They are completely locked off from the realm of death. As you guys will talk back and forth, I'm sure these unstable souls will permeate the town, or maybe the areas outside the town if they decide to leave, and this will eventually spiral into bad shit. Maybe. Some longer than others. The souls that have a more resilience towards going insane will propagate longer, but...
I probably don't know anything about not getting rid of, but subduing souls, I guess? Like to put them to rest in some way other than Litica? I probably don't know anything about that.
I could give you some rituals, but most of the rituals that you could do because even the ghast of a creature type, they have rituals that you can do within the creature stat sheet that can calm it and banish it, so to speak. But that action would send them to the Yawning Grave, of which they can't enter. If they were normal creatures, I'd allow you to do it. They won't be able to. What you would want to do, ultimately, is banish their souls from existence. Kill them wholeheartedly.
Damn.
Yeah, they are a festering disease which will inevitably become a cancer.
Okay.
Is there anything I can ask for the creator to help with that? Unfortunately, if banishing's the only way.
Your holy magic specifically, and everything of the Maker is fit for this very task. Exorcisms, all that other shit. The Maker has the potential in a lot of capacities, or at least of the things that he gives, to just outright destroy ghasts, which is why a lot of undead, especially ghasts, are extremely weak to holy, because it banishes them from existence wholeheartedly. It doesn't just rid them and send them to a place of rest or anything, it literally just destroys them. So were you to kill something with holy damage, you could be the source of that final rest. If you were to get a strong relic or have some form of higher power that you can directly interact with to do this deed for you, then you might be able to succeed. If you want to pray to the Maker and see if he intervenes, you may roll a 1d100. If you roll a 100, I'll allow it, but considering the restrictions of Vitari, lords, ascendants, gods, like all these things intervening, there's things that kind of keep them from doing so, lest the whole entire coil just die. So the Maker can't necessarily directly intervene, but he might be able to lean down if you roll high enough. So you can roll the 1d100 to see if you could have a...
I have a wild question for you.
Yes.
So I have 2 charm dice.
Would you like to use a charm dice?
Would I be able to?
The Arbiter exceeds the Maker, so yes, you may. You're altering fate at a cosmic level. You control all properties within the... Maybe.
It's a charmed dice tie.
It's a try. Yeah, you'll get it off. Whether there's a reaction, whether there's like payoffs for things. Like, who's this? It might come back to bite. Who's to say? But you can do it, though.
I'm gonna ask the others if it would be, because there's so many calamities happening right now, and that's just another one waiting to happen. So I'm just gonna ask.
Oh yes, there's thousands of souls that you'd have to clean up potentially. Yeah. You could be fine for like 100 years, and then shit hits the fan.
I'm just gonna ask, like, how do they all feel about me potentially, literally, like, humbling myself before the maker to just start over here.
There's too many that, and I don't think we can take him to Lyticus. Lytica can't take him. The only way I know of is to banish them in some way. This is the greatest mercy that we can give them so that they don't become something of a monster that terrorizes this town or becomes something even more than a ghast or a ghoul or a spirit or
the nameless one writes down in the journals. I'm not sure who Lytica is, but I know that the void always needs more.
Yeah, I'll kind of side-eye, but Ty, question. If I use a charmed dice to call on the maker, will I lose some of my penance? Because I'm at 100% lock-on.
I will not be able to say the outcome. You will succeed with what you're trying to do, though. That's all I can say. When Warren talks to do I see anything? Probably not, but just curious. Warren, how are you talking to Lytica? How are you going about this?
I'm not talking to Lytica, I'm talking about Lytica. That's what his question was.
There is no presence of any form of relative spectral raven that you kind of see around the area. This place, as you entered, was devoid of the presence of death in all aspects of it. So you're not seeing any aspect of Lytica manifesting around here yet.
So I figure with the knowledge that Esna has is that if I do this, you want to talk about a thumbprint of the maker just absolutely cleansing a whole town. Like, that is going to get some attention. And it's going to put a sign out there of this space is protected by something that can weave fate occasionally. And so but it might also bring me closer to the maker at the same time for who knows what kind of outcome. But Esna will kind of raise an eyebrow at the nameless one and say quietly, against my better judgment, pray tell me what happens if you send them to the void. Do you know?
Nameless one has very little information on it, but they do know that souls they will be torn apart by something.
What I will allow you to do, I will allow you to roll a 1d20. You read through your book, it has a lot of Eldritch secrets. If you roll a 1d20 and you get above a 15, I will let you roll a dis modifier to parse through that information. Depending on what you roll, I will give you information that may or may not help you.
Use my last charm dice on that 1d20 roll.
There's a couple of sects of information that you have poured over. You are not an alchemist. You do not have the framework. Alchemists refer to things as engrams. You might call it a soul. So in the aspects of the esoterics as to what your book tells you, you interpret it differently. What you know is that the void encapsulates all forms of matter. It is an aspect of nothing. It is an aspect of chaos. It is an eternal part of existence and was there before everything. It is a state of constant transformation. You returning that matter to it is returning it to its natural state. What you said before, in the way that you would kind of interpret it as just like a layman scholar, cosmic forces tend to create a lot of black holes, the epitome of chaos. If you enter within the space of the waking world, you are most likely being ripped across an event horizon. Ultimate penultimate forms of chaos with emerging black holes from every single direction as creatures that can exceed its pool tear you apart and feast on your sanity. It rips you apart. As it is an ultimate form of flux.
I'm gonna
You do see a word parsed called Negrito, but you have no idea what that is.
I'm relaying all of that information in the journal to the vicar.
Now, you have no idea if that's good, bad, if that helps you, if it doesn't, like, the greater context of any of this, that's just something that you know. But it would be a final end, reducing something down to its base components.
It certainly would be a final end. Yeah, that is very, very true.
Would that be... Isna's gonna kind of make a face. Hold on, I have more than one speaker. Okay. Isna's gonna kind of make a face and look at you and say, that doesn't sound very good for you.
The nameless one just kind of looks down and then just kind of shrugs and then shakes their head and then looks back up at you and then writes down in their journal, it would be very taxing.
Isna will kind of sigh and say, I think what I plan to do might be taxing as well. But we've already caught the ire of the black sheep. What worse could happen?
So, here's what I shall say for you. You're not a hexcaster, you're not an evoker. You are an evoker, but not really. You don't have, or at least for Amron. Are we going with your route? We're going with them? What's going on?
I do not agree with Nameless One's option because it sounds like it would be bad for Nameless One.
There's a much higher penalty, I will tell you that for sure.
There is a much higher penalty, and it requires me using gate continuously, and then also on top of that, it will actually degrade my sanity over time if I'm like if I have the knowledge on the Great Old One correct, right? Basically, like, as this happens, you'll just watch me degrade sanity until the point of near hysteria, but the Nameless One can't hit hysteria, if that makes sense.
You can become insane, though.
I can become insane because I would
probably going to become insane before you hit 100. There's currently well over 1,000 souls that are just ambiently around the town.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. So essentially it's so large scale that, yeah, okay, so it would essentially drive the Nameless One to insanity. Which, from what I understand, then we would have to take me to the asylum, right? Cure the insanity via,
all of Warren's money would be gone.
Yeah, all of Warren's money would be gone, all of my money would be gone, everyone's money would be gone.
There's also, I think, a limitation of like rank. There's certain forms of things in the asylum you guys can't access until you're 10 or 15. I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if because I think the way that you cure insanity is via lobotomy, right?
That's phobias. There's an experimental treatment you can overdo.
Okay, all right, yeah, but
which does take multiple days for treatment.
Yeah.
It would put essentially the Nameless One would be out of commission for a long period of time, and also we have to fork out like.
So Esna, you very much do surmise that it would be costly and time costly as well.
My discernment is relatively high. If what the Nameless One can do is costly, then should I be able to surmise that what I could do might be costly?
what you have might be costly, but you're operating in a different sense. He or she is talking about doing something actively, which had like
kind of
her.
call on someone.
Yeah, like her class literally is just anti you guys, anti her. It hurts her over time. Yours is I'm beckoning to something greater than myself to do something. There might be a backlash. There could be a punishment. Who's to say? There might be a limitation. Who's to say? But you simp corner. But you can you can have a divine intervention.
I'm just gonna shake my head and say, look to Boris and say, perhaps one catastrophe at a time. How do we feel about just moving forward? There are more deaths ahead as is.
I'm okay with that. We do have to. We need to. What do you mean by moving forward? Going forward with what? Just going to a different thing?
The next task that needs done before the next 4 hours.
You guys,
or however long we have until midnight.
You guys have erased what would have been the calamity above you.
Yeah.
So the egg will never hatch, at least not over this town. So you're not sure if you've taken care. Yeah. So like you've taken out all the mercenaries. You've claimed the seed, and anything else is anything else. I think you guys, the Nameless one had a task. I think you wanted to go see Framboyo again to ask a question or do something. You guys had other missions. Stability of the town needs to be restored. A lot of things, but like what you guys would like to do, those two things are completed.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to go and do the getting back the lushness of the land to get rid of the drought or the famine, whatever you want to call it. But that's. I don't think we need to do anything time-based right now.
Don't we have to give that to Framboyo? Give that seed thing?
Well, aren't we, Boris? Didn't you find out where the black sheep is? Aren't they in town now?
Yeah, not in town, just out of the gates.
Okay, so
The Nameless
perhaps, and then Esna will kind of slack their shoulders. Perhaps we can rest then.
The Nameless one
I
writes
don't
down
think.
in their journal.
Yep.
My daughter. And just shows it to the vicar.
When Esna looks at that and speaks, the wind stirs around them, and there's whisperings and cries and laughters around them as you realize they spoke in Fae, probably something that was a curse.
Oh boy.
And then they look at, they say, okay, no, that's fair. We need to find her, and I guess go to Framboyo if they are still alive as well. Perhaps Framboyo knows where your daughter is.
The Nameless one nods and then kind of points to the fields and then points at you and then points back to the fields and then points at kind of their heart and then at your heart and then at Warren's heart and then points back at the field.
I will take out the Leshy's heart from deep within my satchel. And do we have? Yeah, I'll just nod to the Nameless one. Do I know if I have to go to Framboyo first or do this?
If I was being meta, I would say going to Framboyo is optional. The initial reason why you wanted to go to Framboyo was because I think you wanted some guidance or judgment as to what to do next. You have the seed. If you wanted to try to do it on your own, then you could. If you wanted to bring it to Framboyo because he's more knowledgeable about these things, then he might be able to make sure that it's done properly. If you wanted to see like if there's any tasks, like it's It's your call. There's not really any direct form of step.
I did. I promised to Framboyo that I would see him in 2 days, and he could help us with the heart. Let's go to them.
All right, we're going to Framboyo.
The nameless one, you hear an exasperated sigh, and then a rolling of the eyes, and then just like kind of a groan from the nameless one as you say Framboyo. The nameless one does not necessarily like Framboyo.
Why don't you like Framboyo?
Framboyo's
he seems like
fine.
a good chap.
Framboyo's fine. The nameless one does not like Framboyo's people.
They seem. I don't know what's wrong with Framboyo. He seems like a good guy.
Esna looks at Warren with a little bit of concern, thinking about all the people that couldn't mentally handle being around Framboyo, and then pets the nameless one and says, "Perhaps you can babysit Warren while I'm away." I was trying to be fast.
What do you mean babysit? I'm a grown man, okay?
The nameless
I am
one's
35 years old.
the nameless one's one fiery eye, and also the eye of Twilight that has a streak through it that looks like a freaking nebula.
It's like a dash.
Yeah. And they just light up, and they just give 2 thumbs up, and then just kind of like, kind of just start like, ushering you forward to like, towards Framboyo's like, office, and just gives 2 thumbs up like, I got it.
As a rocket, I haven't needed somebody to babysit me since I was 8. All right, you don't. He's going on a rant about why he doesn't need to be babysat as he's a grown man.
There's an echo. There's an echo of a Warren's voice scattering throughout this silent landscape as you're just drifting down the cobblestone towards. I'm a child. I'm a grown man. Go here. You move forward, and as you're moving forward, you start hearing like whispers every now and again. And you get closer outside of the merchants district, and you find your way closer towards the nobility section. And upon that fringe where Framboyo's office does kind of convene, and all voices are kind of whispered, and from kind of like the corners of certain areas, you kind of hear, Framboyo. You hear like a voice Framboyo. You hear like a lot of people cowering. Framboyo. You move within you grace the door. The door is before you, and a sheet kind of slides open around where your eyes kind of meet. This person peering through, squinting, looking left to right before looking back at you through your soul. Framboyo?
Are you Framboyo? Hi, I'm Warren. Nice to meet you, Framboyo.
You see the shut closed. And you hear like a couple of unlockings as the door begins to open, his arms spread wide. As he kind of embraces you and like hugs you and tightens his grip as he whispers into the side of your head, Framboyo.
Yes, if I had a name that extravagant, I think I would say it a lot too. But
Framboyo?
Framboyo. Warren.
Framboyo.
Warren.
Framboyo.
Warren.
See him kind of slap his face and then scrunch his nose with 2 fingers. And he like just slowly opens up his eyes as he places his hand in front of you. Framboyo. And he just tilts his hand towards the inside as he ushers like his arm just kind of open like a walk through the door type of a thing.
I'm walking inside.
The nameless one's gonna grab.
You could have just said go through the door.
And then just kind of like put a hand up and then just kind of wave a finger side to side.
Hi. Hi,
and then point like down, like and then just wave their finger again and then point down again.
He'll
As-
squint at you and tilt his head.
As Esna's going through the door, he will look back at Warren and say, "I'll only be a moment if you want to stay here with the nameless one.
I
Otherwise,
told you I don't need babysit.
As you say that, you hear 20 other voices repeating Framboyo at different octaves and cadences just throughout the interior of the room.
The nameless one is
That
going
is
to take 4 points of, like, I don't know, something damage. And you're going to see the nameless one recoil back and like as they're saying Framboyo, like you're just gonna see them just like kind of reel back a little bit, and they're just gonna like wince in pain, and then suffering, and various other things, and then they're gonna point at Warren, and then they're gonna point at themselves, and then they're gonna point at Warren, and they're gonna point down.
You do all the pointing. Understand, I'm not good at charades. Camille never was very good at teaching me how to do those kind of games. Do you want me to stay with you?
I might leave while he's not looking."
Are you drifting up towards Framboyo's office?
The nameless
You'll
one
creak
is
up the
just gonna grab
steps.
Warren.
Oh, hey, wait! I'm off balance. I'm off balance. Wait.
As these noodles begin to cause chaos down below, are you guys eventually going to be following her up after a certain amount of rounds, or are you staying down below?
I'm trying my best to
think
keep
I'm being-
everyone down below.
I think I'm being stationed here by them grabbing me and pulling me back. It's like, wait, let me. I'm slowly dragging them towards the door. It's like, come on.
You shall make it up to Framboyo's office, Esna. And like before, there was a darkened door, an ebon door before you.
I will knock twice.
The door will drift open upon the first knock.
I will step in and say, "I know time was short, but I made it."
There is a deep breath coming from the man sitting within a chair, this old face that is familiar to you. Behind the illusion, you can very much see the egg. As your conversation moves even deeper further in, you'll notice that the illusion will begin to fade more as your eyes adjust, revealing a more ever-present egg that sits under the desk. You're quite late, Vicar.
My deepest apologies. I took a unwise detour to get this, and I will take out the heart of the Leshy.
His eyes will grow wide. That is the heart of a Natura. And not just a normal one either. That's no normal Leshy. What did you kill?
A very powerful creature that in another life would have been my friend.
Life keeps forcing hard choices. Well, I'm sure you gave your respects.
Esna nods and says, "Everyone that helped me gave our respects." And
Well, that's proper. I mean, collapsing a whole entire ecosystem and destabilizing the realm of the Fae, even spitting towards the direction of a Natura might mean imminent death.
Esna kind of cringes at remembering the death of the whole forest and gives a heavy sigh as their voice sort of shudders with emotion.
I did not mean to upset you, Vicar. I merely only meant to state what you might have not known, but it seems that this has compounded the pain. Yeah, they're in the background as this is going on, it's like... Unfortunately, down below, there's quite a stir, as you can hear. Most of my men have been scrambling to make sure that the people remaining within the town are safe. I'm sure that you've noticed that a lot of people are not here.
Esna nods a few times and says, when we came back into the town through the Fey Realm, which, I apologize for my lateness. We saw what was happening and crossed paths with the followers of the Black Sheep, and I'm hoping through your knowledge that we rid most of them, if not all, on our way here.
Strangely enough, something important about all of this is about you, seemingly. I can't completely wrap my head around it, but as soon as you left, those rabble decided to storm the town, committing all forms of atrocities. For what reason, I do not know why, but they did. My men attempted to reposition the valuables within this town. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you've noticed, this establishment of mine borders the nobility section and the more normal sections of the town. The Warrens were the first to be targeted. The poor folk around the town. They live closest to the walls. They're the first to die should something get stormed. The more important people filtered up towards the top. Most of the nobility try to put most of the people that you're familiar with in the front of danger. Use them as a defense of sorts. However, against my word, I move them closer to these quarters by a individual known as Johnny. Calls himself the Rat King nowadays.
Johnny!
But, I have no idea where he stores them. I don't know where to find him. He's always appearing with his little faction of miscreants around the marketing district, so I'm sure if you could find one of them, you might be able to lure one of them out and find where they probably took them. I have no idea if you have any good rapport, but he surely won't talk to any of my seekers. But yes.
I have someone who may have connections to the Rat King.
I have a 35-year-old man that likes to talk to children.
Thank you for holding down the town in our absence. I'm sorry you probably lost quite a bit of men of your own.
About 70% of my revenue, my retinue, and considering that I can't get any purchase to come from anywhere, there are no reinforcements. I am down to about 30% of my men. All of them could not even lay a finger on any of the miscreants that came in. Though there were a larger number that did try to siege, a lot of them seem to have left the moment that you were spotted back returning. The forces that you dismissed seem to be all of them. So I guess that solves one problem.
Esna kind of squints their eyes with a little bit of distaste and says, so the others left, and from what I know, the Black Sheep is at the gate. Are the others with him?
The Black Sheep is at the gate?
The Black Sheep.
The Black Sheep is at the gate.
Esna will speak up and say, yes. You see, we have a Bloom friend in those who seem to follow my shadow, and he connected to the late we, I'm afraid, and learned a few things, like the Black Sheep is at the gate. So with this knowledge and with the Leshy Heart and everything we discussed, I felt it best to come to you first to see which harrowing thing you want me to tackle next and what to do with this.
Well, at this point, I think I have to keep up my end of the bargain. You said that you'd cleanse the famine. You were tasked with eliminating the rabble that were here. You've done both, though I don't know why the second happened. The first time that this place was sieged, there were thousands of them that stormed. From what I've heard, you didn't kill but more than 50. The idea that the rest of them just decided to flee haphazardly doesn't exactly bode well I don't exactly know of their intentions or why they had a sudden change of heart, but they seem to not want to destroy our town any longer. So, as far as I'm concerned, we need to remain vigilant. But so long as you're here, it seems like we are, for the most part, safe. So, the town is able to be restored back to order, and once that is done, should you be able to find where all the people have gone, feed them the information that the streets are indeed somewhat safe to return to. If you could, steer the women, the children, the men, steer them away from all the blood, all the gore, all the travesty. No one needs to see that. There's enough hysteria in this town as it is. And once they're all safe, my seekers and the hopeful residual men of the guard can clean up this town. And after a month of normalcy will return. Directly after you do that, though, please take that seed, go to somewhere connected to a growth of nature, and plant it in deep within the earth. And needeth no water.
All right. Then I hope after everything that I had found, I did find the woman of the first home, and she led me to this.
Mighty kind of her. You know, I've sent probably 5 people her way. None of them have ever come back. I had a feeling that this might be different. Glad that it was.
She definitely has requests. I would be lying if I told you that I came here unbound.
I understand.
But that's
To be honest, I wouldn't expect anything less of it
heritage. Esna nods and says, "So after I plant the seed, perhaps I will be going to the gate, I assume."
Should you wish to? To be honest, I had no idea the black sheep was even there. If your duty concerns him, then your duty is your duty. It is honor bound to fulfill it. You may do what you do. My duty is to the town.
I'm not sure how much longer he'll wait, unless you know that.
Well, to be completely honest, I thought I'd be dead by now. I thought this whole town would be dead by now. We are the first town to survive all of this. First to survive. You see him like kind of stammer as his eyes kind of narrow and like inch past you, looking towards out the door. And then he looks back towards you, shakes his head side to side, and then squints. He kind of adjusts himself. I'm sorry, could you say that again? I'm sure that you have deeds to take care of.
It's I'll be bluntly honest with you, my dear friend, Purveyor. He's slowly becoming one of the least of my worries. I have been made aware of the power that I can convey, but I still have a duty to myself. Did the unfortunate father survive, and when will he be going on trial? Father Benedict.
He's captured. He's captured. The retinue that he had, I'm sure that you know of all the experiments that your ilk have done to familiar servants, either paying for their dark deeds against the Maker, or those who wish to support him fully. He drugged a lot of his clergy, filled them with a lot of alchemical vials that he got from the asylum. A couple of nurses were aligned with him. They were very hard to dispatch. Many of my men died in the process. They were neutralized. He was taken. Now he's in custody, fit to pay for his sins whenever we are able to hold a trial. But I think before that happens, people need a firm belly, and people need a sense of calm. Restore order, and he shall have his trial. And Vicar, I will also say, you may have your way of doing things, and you have the ultimate decision. I have my forms of judgment, as do your church. In this town, I give the cruelest forms of punishments to those who wish to seek ill harm to those within its stead. Especially those who destabilize and potentially collapse the whole entire town. Should you wish for a suitable punishment, I have one in mind. But should you wish to enact your vengeance, you may do so. I am of no one to rob you of that.
Esna, her gaze falls as she looks at the Leshy Heart and reflects over humble beginnings that turned into holy duty and everything that he had enacted on him. But then the notion of leaning towards forgiveness and yet judgment when it comes to the Maker. But after all the blood and gore that had occurred, Esna sort of narrows their eyes and says quietly, "Tell me, what is it you have in mind?"
A vicar can change. You know, in some circles, they might call you an apostate for that. All right.
Oh, he's not quite of the church.
Yes, Ramporio, yes. Some would call what he did inside the realm of the law, the people, the atrocities that he committed against, were not human, and as such you cannot commit crimes against those which are lesser than dirt in the church's eyes. To clean the coil of its rot is the Maker's duty. Even in his own ways, he was helping that cause. Though in my eyes, that's very corrupted. The church has an interesting way of torturing some of its lesser, more evil doers. I adapted it, at least from the things that I've heard from it. The asylum and I are quite close, you see. The first form of the punishment is to administer a litany of lobotomies, a very fine process. Takes a lot of very skilled hands, of which very rare to be found in towns. It allows the pain to be accelerated to an extent that is heightened beyond human measure, but in a way that does not collapse the mind. Through this process, it shall take about 20 days of excruciating pain, of which he will have no break from. He will be flayed continuously. Draughts constantly administered, his skin constantly healing back, his organs restoring. For multiple days this shall happen until his brain is pushed to the brink. He will then be boiled as we take a cauldron and drip ever hot burning water, loosening the flesh underneath. This partially cooks him, but it loosens the flesh. We peel him like an onion, you see. And as his flesh completely falls off, we turn him upside down. And over the course of the next 5 days, we will use a saw and saw into him. We will stop just below the belly button before he gets to his very, very fine organs that would eventually kill him were they ruptured. He will survive this, disemboweled for multiple days on end. And finally, we shall repair him. We shall sew him together. We shall heal him back to his condition. We will feed him litanies of honey and milk, something which is seen as a treasure amongst humans. But in excess, it is horrid. There is something known as the boats. One boat affixed to one side of the body, another the other. We will fill him until he excrements, until he vomits within it. Place him within the hot sun and lay him within a shallow pit of water. This could be the bodies of the people that he killed. This could be the blood of evildoers. Something symbolic. And as the heat draws, it will attract insects to flood inside. The vomit, the shit, all of it providing a perfect condition for them to feast on his insides. He'll be eaten and devoured from the inside out. And we shall tend to him. He shall not die. He does not get that luxury. He shall endure this, being feasted upon for 10 days, no more, no less. You could visit him if you like. After that, a martyr. He'll be put upon a hook at the front of the town. You may look probably 20 feet up into the air anytime you leave the boundaries. His blood written upon the walls for the crimes that he has done. And after 5 days of being hung, we shall decapitate him and place his head atop a spike so that all may know and visit him. This is what happens when you fuck with our town.
Sounds pretty nice.
You may get those waffles. Not right now, though. The people who served them, they're not there.
What? What do you mean they're not there?
Everyone's gone.
Houses do not close.
What do you mean they're dead?
You're breaking my immersion.
It was the last bastion that held still. Actually, there's still one NPC trying to clean the floor in the Waffle House. He's the only one that remained. But it was the
He can
last
make
bastion
waffles.
that didn't close. He was not taught the secret formula to making the perfect waffles.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
God
It has to be
dang
a
it.
waffle.
My Waffle House.
Bullshit. This game is broke. I don't care about it anymore. I want to go to Waffle House. How
game is
dare
shit.
you? Fuck you.
But yes, in essence, he's going to be skinned. He's going to be sawed in half
No, I got
continuously.
it. Don't worry. No, you don't have
This
to
process will take 10 to 15 days. It could go 20, depending on if he really doesn't feel mercy for him.
It seems like a fun Saturday.
I'm trying to think what Esna's gonna like. After a while of listening to Framboyo about this, like Esna's just gonna be looking up at him with like wide eyes and listening with a little bit of queasiness, and then slowly, but they won't blink, they won't close their eyes, they won't turn away, they won't tell him to stop, and they'll hold the Leshy heart close, and after a brief moment of silence, they'll close their eyes, think something to themselves, and then center themselves and look back to Framboyo and say, just allow me to speak to him before I send him away to you, then.
I would not deny you of that, Vicar. Most in your stead would not turn against their own kind within the Holy See, let alone with an acceptance of the things that must be done. You truly
He's
are a
not
person of the
Holy
people.
See anymore. Was he ever?
His gaze kind of moves up, his chin with it, a smirk kind of stretching across his cheek. He nods in appreciation of your statement. You're one of the good ones, Vicar. Were most of humanity under the Holy See like you, I find that this choir would be a lot better. Well, should you like to see him, he's located below this establishment. If you follow the pair of stairs that you walked besides down about eight floors, about 100, 230 feet down, he'll be in one of the cells.
Will that be where he's located when I speak with him? Or is there going to be a trial?
Oh, you may speak to him now. There shall be a trial when normalcy is restored. Should you wish to
yes.
speak to him during the trial, you may.
Esna nods and stands and says, well, with him off the streets, I feel settled, and now I will return to the church to find some normalcy there as well. But I have much to do.
Understandable. I shall be at your service, Vicar. You have done for me a great service. And as he kind of turns his gaze away, he pauses. His head tilts to the side. You see the egg, the arm, the spiritual arm that is kind of emanating from it, beginning to emerge. This ephemeral mass begins to point towards the wall and scroll its finger against one of the papers floating, the one that was thrown up there. It scrolls through the contract. Yes, that is right. I owe you a boon. You have done for me a great service, and you have saved this town. The lot of you. He snaps his fingers. You see this elongated arm snap, this sliver through the sky, fall down in front of you, a coffer of celestial mass. It slowly begins to peel back, and you see a wealth of crowns. The services, once order is restored, shall remember this deed done by you. For that, you may only need to give them this. He reaches, grabs a pamphlet, and then hands it to you. If any of your retinue within this town wishes to benefit from those services, consider yourself an honored guest of mine. You guys have jumped up 3 reputation points with Framboyo. You are now considered honored, and I believe you get a 20% discount on everything within the town.
Including the waffles?
20% discount with small.
But in addition to that, in front of you,
where's my fight? I want to bet.
In front of you lies a coffer of, what rank are you guys? 4?
4.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
There's a coffer of 500 crowns sitting in front of you.
I would kill so many people to get that much money.
What? You said, wait, hold on.
We've got 500 crowns. That's what he said. Keep up.
Okay, I'm gonna save that.
Ezra's just gonna stare, and for a second, in the they do end up smiling, knowing what all this, and then after a second, they'll blink and go, "Oh, that's right, the companions. We're missing someone. We're missing a child."
Oh.
And I will.
You're talking about from Warren's abode that he owns?
Yeah, so you said that place was attacked first?
It was one of the first places I sent my men, actually. I had a feeling that you'd care about the people taking up residence within it while you were gone. A drunken fool scrambling around trying to take food with him. He demanded and sent a lot of obscenities towards my men. Very upsetting, actually. Had a very bad day. But after a couple of drinks, he was more than able to accompany one of my seekers with a young child and a strange little creature that rests upon her shoulders. Like the others, they were escorted with Johnny, who deemed to make his appearance. Rarely ever does.
Yeah, Isna nods and says, "Yeah, I had a feeling. This is outside of the contract, so if you can't answer this, I understand, but did you, by chance, notice anything about the child? She seems just as strange as her creature. Or
You
she's
don't know?
perfectly human." Esna shakes their head. I don't.
The family that you had come across, they were deemed to be witches from the things that they dabbled in. Very esoteric things, but they were scholars, they were researchers. One of them was an alchemist. The findings that they had produced a little girl. Stable. Most of those types of things tend to cause monstrosities. However, in their case, they managed to create some stable form of being in 2 different aspects. From what I can understand, that creature is a part of her just as much as she is a part of it.
Oh.
Strange, I know, but there's a lot of oddities that happen around this town, and so long as they're not causing trouble, I do not take issue, even if their deeds are extremely illegal and would have me hunted. But there are many things that would have me hunted located within this town, so as far as I'm concerned, they were a product of good deeds.
I'm not sure what you're speaking of, Ramboyle, as Esna just kind of softly smiles and says, the church sees you in good light, and a valuable, a valuable companion in keeping this town afloat. So
Yes.
I am no less an abomination than she is, so thank you.
Well, it is a shame that her parents died. She made a lot of innovations which drastically changed our functions of the apothecary. That and some of the workings of the asylum. She's the very reason as to why we're about to do this torture that we're about to do. Wouldn't be able to stabilize someone should they die, you know? This will prevent that.
Is she needed somewhere with you? Because the only home we can provide is the safety of me and my companions, and that's
Don't
not
make it
much
now.
of a safety.
The only other place I could offer her would either be as my services when she gets old enough she could be a seeker. It's a nice brotherhood we have going here. Or she can join the orphanage, though I'm sure, as you know, as the vicar, and your recent walks that you've been taking, it's no place to be.
Her current guardian opposes the orphanage at this time. Thank you for this information, though. That's
They'd be
all I.
wise. Oh, by the way, your friend that came in here, we had a different conversation and a different meeting. The business of our deal has indeed begun. And I have already saw to it after a couple of things. There were some trace fragments found of someone that they were looking for, and we are currently close on the trail. Given a couple of days, they might be able to arrive. Safely
Esna
guarded.
kind of perks up at this and says, well, if they don't come here to thank you themselves, I will surely pass this news. Thank you.
It's a great day to be alive and a great day for gifts. Life is a treasure. Let's spend it. He smiles at you and bows his head. To another time, Vicar.
I'll bow back and somehow take the crown. I don't know how I'm going to carry
There's
all
a
that.
lot of bullshit. What I will say is that you see, actually, this is a great way to do it. So as you were about to kind of interact with the chest, you see the chest kind of flicker out of existence and flicker back in. The facade of the chest begins to alter. Before you see this celestial mass begin to take shape into something organic. There is a rush of different leaves of various different colors, luminous flowers which begin to bloom along the side. The fringe interior is stonework, intricate cobblestones designing an aspect of the maker. There's a radiant form of light which spews towards the top. The crown within it appearing even more saturated than it probably should be. This chest is your Wayfarer's coffer now, and it shuts and vanishes. There is a feeling in the back of your head as you hear a mist of echoes radiating around you, and it will be saying in Sylvan, "I shall be waiting within the oldest house, sister."
I like that.
I still have to get. I'll just think in my head. God, I still have to get used to that. And then
Should you wish
nod
to
as if-
distribute it, it shall be accessible.
Yes, I do wish to distribute it evenly, as even as I can.
Oh, if it's 500, we can do 125 to everybody.
So
Yeah.
the Wayfarer's chest can appear in any area deemed safe that is a natural place for it to spawn. So you can go to any town repository if you own a house like Warren's. Warren interacts with a section of his house that we saw one time. For you, your chest would appear there and you would see something wholly different. Same thing if you go to your room within the oldest house. Everyone should be able to operate in the chest, but you would have to take it out of yours, distribute it, because they cannot go into theirs and see the crown with the resources in your thing.
That's fair. I would like to have a moment where I just bring the chest forward and try to reclaim myself. I will bow to Framboyo, give my thanks and farewell, and then head out to find the other two. Tucking away the Leshy heart as well as I can again.
Oh, Framboyo, yes, Framboyo, yes, Framboyo, yes, Framboyo.
Saying Framboyo, damn it! Stop it! Stop!
The nameless one kind of points at themselves and then points at you and then points at their head and then just kind of makes a loopy noise and then puts a thumbs up in front of you.
Not all of you are Framboyo. Only one of you can be named Framboyo. Which one of you is it?
All of them slap their faces collectively like an Adam Sandler movie and then just yell, Framboyo!
That means nothing to me! Nothing, okay? You don't say anything! You've said nothing in the last 30 to 40 minutes that we've been doing this.
The nameless one's looking towards the door, writing in the journal, making hand signals at Warren, and then looking back towards the door, in fear. They're just trying to
make sense of it.
Waiting
you
for
all
the
can't
words
see
to come out to translate.
Say a different word.
There's a seeker that will begin to walk down the stairs, asking what all the hubbub is about. They're carrying like a mutton, just kind of sitting on a plate, taking a bite, and they kind of look towards you. Are you wondering what Framboyo is?
Yeah. Wait, Framboyo. They all say the name is Framboyo, but none of them are pointing me in the direction of where to go.
The nameless one
All of
waves in front of their face.
pointing up. They were saying that he's upstairs.
It doesn't say. They're saying Framboyo. They're saying yes and Framboyo are all I've heard in the last 30 minutes of
The
this.
nameless one puts their hands on their temples. Their thumb and their index finger on their temple and just kind of rubs it, and then just kind of places their other hand on Warren.
I'm too hot right now. I'm too hot. I can't deal with it.
I'm just squinting, and then they turn towards one of the sad people, just kind of sitting in the corner, just mumbling Framboyo, and then they'll just look towards him and just yes, I know he is annoying. I know you told him that 5 times. It's fine.
They're annoying. I'm annoying. All they said is Framboyo is yes.
Look, if you're gonna keep insulting my friends, could you please leave?
Insulting them? I'm giving them facts.
They were trying to help you for 20 minutes.
Well, they haven't done a good job of it, obviously.
Everyone just
I'm gonna take my
squinting their
business
eyes.
elsewhere.
The nameless one puts their hands up and pushes their hands towards the person that is talking to them that can actually speak, and then kind of waves them over and writes down in their journal he doesn't understand. I understand. He doesn't understand. I've been trying to tell him for 20 minutes too, and that kind of thing, and then kind of shows it to them, hoping that they can read.
I'm so glad that I abandoned these two into this.
There's gonna be a bunch of back and forth where they show they give little jabs towards Warren about how he can't read in between the lines, even if the lines are straight.
I don't know.
Just commenting on yeah, I know he was saying that, just talking the shit. And
What shit are you talking about me? All right, I can hear that one talking. The rest of you are just going Framboyo, Framboyo, yes, Framboyo, 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 yes. That's all you're saying.
Yes.
You. I'm gonna point to the guy that just did that.
His face just goes wide, his mouth slack, just
Be quiet. Be quiet right now. This is Warren on. He has not slept in 36 hours. He is annoyed and hot. He is I can't deal with it.
There's an
When do I come down the stairs?
There's an Esna that's walking down right now, up from the stairs.
I don't need you to continue saying Framboyo, yes, Framboyo. At this point, I need all.
He points a finger at us.
Hey,
Nameless one,
look at that
as
guy. Stop
Esna
it.
comes down the stairs, the Nameless one is running towards Esna, like literally crying, and then they're gonna write down in their journal, I tried so hard.
You got so far.
Without even missing a beat, Esna is just gonna hug the Nameless one and hold them for a minute, and you realize they're hugging you for probably a completely different reason.
You look back at Warren. He's like pointing at there's 3 guys looking at him. He's pointing at 2, like, stop, both of you.
After a moment, Esna's gonna pull away and look down to the Nameless one and say, Framboyo is moving forward with your business. You should go speak with him. He has news for you. Good news.
I don't need another Framboyo set in this fucking house, okay?
The Nameless one will nod and head up.
I'm gonna slowly walk over to Warren and say, hi Warren, how's babysitting going?
What are you talking about? None of these people are making sense. None of these people are making sense. This guy says Framboyo. This guy says yes. This guy can talk, but hasn't said anything in the last 20 minutes. And I'm confused. He's just been eating mutton chops on the stairs.
All right. Yeah, you're okay. Let's go step outside, okay?
I need some fresh air.
Squinting his mutton chop, he's like thinking to himself, he's like, I just wanted to eat my food. I didn't start work until the next 20 minutes from now.
He hasn't said a damn word to me about anything. As he's walking out, he'll look back. I'm gonna learn this language that are all speaking. I'll swear it. Just getting pushed out by Esna. Just stubborn old man. Just like, you're not talking.
Nameless one, you will make it up to Framboyo's office. Esna, did you leave the door open?
Yes, I did. And I almost forgot, but right before the Nameless one goes, I will hold on to her arm for a second and say, I know where your daughter is. We will go to her next.
Nameless one will nod at that and then like kind of put their hands together and fold their fingers together over both of their hands and just kind of bow to the vicar and make a nod.
Okay.
With upward momentum, you do trace the steps, as creaky as they are. No Framboyo in listening distance, for people are trying not to disturb the Warren that is angry.
He's outside pacing the entire building, playing. Like,
First I'd imagine is playing music, trying to fill the silence that is growing. But you will make your way up. And as you make your way up, you see a very clear illusion of Framboyo, a slight purple tint. The room, like as you remember, is filled with a reflection of the cosmos itself. You now stand upon a water-like surface, face to face with what you can clearly see is an egg, but a man that is transfixed over it. I have found the person that you're looking for, but as the stipulation comes, there's a deed that I need you to fulfill. I have given your partner a reward for their deeds, of which I'm sure you might see a share of. But as for you, have you had your answer? I have the location of the person that you seek. I can send people to go collect them. They shall arrive. They're in a bit of a bind. But if you do wish to undergo this, then I have a small task for you.
The Nameless one writes down in their journal. Actually, the Nameless one looks around. They don't have any allies near them.
No.
The Nameless one is going to speak. This person is the sole individual that has my innocence proven. I need them. I will do anything for them.
Very well, apocryphal scholar. You might know about this, or rather, some aspect of it. You see an arm begin to kind of emerge from the ground. It is much more massive than the others. It probably would allow 10 people to stand atop of it. This blackened thing ushering through the lake. And atop of it, you see a tiny little speck. What would basically fit as like a tiny bowl within your hands. This is a dodecahedron-like structure with a lot of cuts on every single edge. The vertices are connected to allow these planes to kind of stay connected, but there is a whisper, there is a hiss that is coming from within it. I don't exactly know what is going on, but there is a grand game happening. And the only way that I can conceive how is to get down to the root of it. So you shall be my informant. But for that to happen, I need you to hold that. You use this properly, and you get your information. What I need from you is to head to a town called Canterbury. The happenings going on there are a little bit out of depth the last time that I checked. I'm sure it's a festering abomination right now. It is not going to be kind. Most likely, the venture there might kill you. Or maybe you'll survive and prove me wrong. What I need from you is located somewhere deep within the pits. I need you to bathe this in the blood of something called a weller. Now, when you do this, I suggest that you make no sound, for if you do, your whole entire party is liable to die. But its insides has a habit of transmuting items, and it exactly is what I need to activate this and give it the properties that it needs. There's something happening which could cause a danger for any relationship you wish to have with this person you wish to seek. If you'd like to save them in the future after you claim them, then if anything, this will benefit you most deeply. You should care about this mission. But I care about it more than you, for it affects my town. He kind of ushers the hand towards you. The hand will drift towards your direction. The dodecahedron now sits in front of you.
This individual is a chronotheorist. They know the stipulations, likely beyond what I'm doing right now. I have...
Is their name Faylene?
Yes.
Yes, I do know of them. And I know where they are.
You said they're in a pickle.
They were. Mess with the wrong aspects of time, you kind of fuck yourself over. They are not shy about the power that they've stumbled upon, frozen in a paradoxical state. Luckily, I'm familiar with it. Took a little bit of time, but
Get
I had my ways.
them out, and this I will do for you. And she'll grab the dodecahedron, and she'll just grab it, and she'll look to them, with very, very stern eyes of, this is the agreement. I have now taken this in my hands. Get them out.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, apocryphal scholar. This isn't debatable. But yes, our business is adjourned. You best keep your end.
We'll hiss a little bit at them saying apocryphal scholar and just kind of mutter under the breath, I didn't choose this.
None of us do. But then again, of the things that people do not choose, not all of us can level entire cities or destroy whole entire towns. What you hold in your hands is dangerous, and you should mind yourself within my town. I suggest that whenever the trial of Benedict comes, you should join the vicar in observing the trial. I think it might give you some inspiration on how the town is run.
The
Be careful.
One will kind of
Scholar.
look back and kind of make a spiteful kind of statement. How dare you assume that my alignment with the vicar is anything else but helping them? They are my friend. They're close. Closer than even Warren, the one that I sought as food.
Yes. But we all know what happens to your friends, don't we?
Oh my god, no, you did not just do that. Oh my god. The nameless one.
Mind yourself, scholar, for I do not offer a threat, but a warning to those that are around you, my town included. Attend the trial. I think it's probably best that you see the events that are unfolding.
So
And I'm assuming you leave?
yeah, I will leave. I have a dodecahedron.
You do?
Yeah.
You have a 12-sided die now.
You have a D20.
Nope, you have a 12-sided die.
Oh, 12-sided die. Yeah.
While we're waiting for them to come back, I want to talk a little bit with Warren.
God, for a man that is, the communication skills of his employees is not great.
Warren, they can't help it.
What do you mean they can't help it?
Framboyo can break minds, and he can't help it. And so sometimes they all walk away. Like she kind of stumbles at the word weak and cuts herself off and goes, the soft-minded ones walk away like this.
Oh, okay. Well, if I knew that, then I wouldn't have yelled at the guy and got him angry.
You're welcome to apologize. We will be working with the guide, the guild quite a lot.
I'm absolutely gonna apologize whenever I get back in there. Oh, that is on me. That is my fault.
You hear like a mutter of like one person like on the shoulder of another, just Framboyo.
No, I think I should go in there and apologize.
Before you do, because
Okay, yeah.
that is pressing.
Pressing. Yes.
Pressing. Esna will kind of update Warren on some things that what they need to do next, which is to go find Johnny. That his drunken friend and the little girl are with Johnny somewhere in the underground.
Okay.
And then discuss that we are to take care of the crops, likely before we go and deal with the black sheep. And
everybody keeps saying deal with the black sheep. I don't know. I think we're going to be able to deal with anything with him. Gonna be honest.
In all fairness, Warren, after what I just saw the four of us do, I think deal with is going to be within our realm. Perhaps we will see.
I don't think at this point. Heck, I don't even know how I was killing the individuals there. If they were like him, I shouldn't have been able to. I have weapons made by mortals. They shouldn't have done anything to them, but they were not.
And yet.
So.
Oh, but I will tell you, Warren, more than anything, Father Benedict is captured, and his trial will be soon after we bring the town to normalcy.
Oh, wow, that's a little bit more anticlimactic than I thought it was going to be with him.
It's no, quite an awful fate is in store for him, and until then, we are welcome to go visit him and maybe you can have that conversation with him you've been meaning to have. There's nothing he can do behind bars.
Oh, well, I mean, if there's anything you've ever wanted to say to him, just tell me and I can say it to him, and and I'll just use your voice and say, your voice.
Esna will start to say, no, I want to face him myself, and then we'll pause and go, you can copy my voice?
Yeah, I can copy your voice. Copying your voice this entire time. Yeah.
She just looks at you with her mouth hung open, and then she goes, maybe that might
mimicry.
Maybe that might be interesting. Maybe I shouldn't even show him my face, and you could just tell him.
I mean, I can also sound like him, changing to Benedict.
Crawl comes up your spine.
Without even thinking about it, Esna just suddenly slaps you in the chest.
Oh, damn. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I'll forget that one soon. I mean, yeah, sorry about that.
I will say, Jacob, you can learn any of the Framboyo dialect people's voices.
Oh no.
Just maybe like 40 different people just yelling Framboyo over a minute has allowed you to kind of adapt to any one of those voices should you wish.
Yeah, I have 40 choices if I want. Let's see. No. I think I'm not going to do that, Ty. Because you didn't give them voices. No, they're not. If anything, I'll try to talk in Wee's voice, his weird, disconcerting voice. Yeah. I can do Wee as well.
Half. You're muted, love.
A tendril will snake over your shoulder, and you'll hear a very soft, please don't.
Oh.
Okay, I'll stop that. I can. If Boris talks to me for about a minute, I can probably do Boris.
All right. Well, we'll talk about Benedict when you return. Let's go in and apologize.
Yeah, I some of them are crying. I feel bad.
These deadly killers of this town.
Yeah, I'll walk in. Much calmer now.
He's just like turning his head and like squinting towards your direction as like someone just kind of pats him on the back.
All right, I have been told about some of the things that I've been yelling at, and
the person with the mutton chops comes up. Yeah, you've been gaslighting everybody.
No,
Takes a bite of the pork chop.
No. I haven't been gaslighting anybody. I do not hear any of you say words except for you, mutton chops. Everybody else.
Bastard just called me mutton chops.
Eating mutton chops. I don't know your name. You're eating mutton chops, though. It's easy to say that. Everybody else in this room.
It's clearly uses pejorative. Takes out a bite.
In one of the Framboyo voices, just goes, Boyo, yes, Boyo, like that guy, pointing at the guy that I'm chopping the voice of.
And he's mocking us.
I want
Everyone seems very confused when looking at you when you say Framboyo.
I'm not trying to mock any of you. I am telling you that this is what you are saying to entirely. You hear something else. Absolutely. I get that. I don't. I hear you say yes and Framboyo and then yes. Maybe in a different order, but those are the only 3 words I hear you guys say.
You see 30 people.
Yeah.
You see 30 people kind of like huddle into like a tiny circle as they're like listening to you still, just like kind of muttering as they're parsing through the information, just talking about things. People using their hands with gestures. Yes, Framboyo, yes, Framboyo, yes, Framboyo, yes, Framboyo,
like
yes.
That.
Just
all I hear is yes, Framboyo, yes, or Framboyo, yes, Framboyo, yes. That's all I'm hearing. So I want to come in here and I want to say, I'm sorry for how I acted. It was wrong of me to get angry at you guys. But at the same time, you gotta understand that for 20 minutes, all I was hearing you guys say is Framboyo, yes. it got on my nerves a bit.
All of them look towards you after nodding their head, and then they say yes. Framboyo, yes.
I'm gonna walk out here soon. I don't want to get into it again. I'm gonna walk out. But I think that was an understanding, and I hope it was, because I know that we're probably gonna be working together again at a different time. So I'm gonna walk out before I get angry.
As he walks away, Esna's gonna regard the circle, give a little court bow, and just say, "Thank you. You're all so wonderful. Thank you for your help."
A litany, cacophonous form of yes, Ramboyo, yes, Ramboyo, yes, Ramboyo.
Gosh damn it!
One person saying yes.
Me as the vicar, I'll touch anyone's hand that reaches for me and like just be in vicar mode of smiling, nodding.
This is why I deal with dead people. They can't annoy me.
That's why you hate the living so much.
The dead are quiet.
But we shall foresee the events to come next time on Harvest.